Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
And we welcome you to the Powassan Sportsplex in Powassan, Ontario, as the Powassan Voodoos get set to take on the French River Rapids here on a Friday night. I am Matthew Sukram, so happy to join you. We've got Ben Long helping out as our producer expert, and he'll look to help us out on color commentary when he can throughout the broadcast. Really doing 2 duties at once here tonight, so whenever Ben can jump on and help us out, that would be great. And Mike Brown helping us out on camera. We're on Hockey TV, and we are simulcasting on the Frontline Game Day broadcast on YouTube, and so happy to be joining you tonight. Proudly sponsored by Average Joe's. Let's get to those players to watch, brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. For the French River Rapids, Maxim Tugolokov has scored his first NOJHL goal in the French River Rapids last game. That was on Saturday in that 6-2 loss to Espanola. He was acquired from the Georgetown Raiders of the OJHL back on November 3rd, so he's had a pretty good start, up to 3 points through his first 4 games in a French River Rapids uniform. And we'll get to the Powassan Voodoos player to watch after O Canada.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And we welcome you back. Matthew Sukram with you here for tonight's game. The Powassan Voodoos player to watch is going to be one of the newcomers, Thomas Gazic, who scored a highlight reel shorthanded goal in that win over Sudbury last Thursday. He's got 4 points in his first 3 games as a member of the Powassan Voodoos. The story in net tonight, Dan Duracolo is getting the start for the Powassan Voodoos, making his seventh appearance this season, looking to put his undefeated record on the line. He's 5-0 with a 1.52 goals against average and a .947 save percentage. Going up against Ben Gustafson on the Rapids side. He is looking for his first win of the year. He's 0-8 with a 3.91 goals against average and a .909 save percentage. The puck is dropped, and we are underway for Voodoos hockey here on the Average Joe's Game Day broadcast on YouTube. Puck is sent way down the ice from the Voodoo zone into the Rapids end. It's picked up back there by O'Brien. He gets stopped on the near side boards, and the Rapids clear, but quickly getting the puck back is Smetham for the Voodoos, and he plays it up ahead, trying to get into the zone was Shields. Shields throws a hit. Russell got knocked down hard in front of his own bench, and that's going to be a penalty coming up against the Powassan Voodoos. So 37 seconds into this contest, and Powassan will find themselves shorthanded to start tonight's game.
You know, discipline's been a big problem for the Powassan Voodoos so far this year. They find themselves in the box a lot. On the plus side, they seem to do better shorthanded on the power play, so maybe that's a strategy to, instead of trying to get a power play ahead of time, take a penalty and try to get a shorty.
There was a year where when we were covering the North Bay Battalion, they had the same thing. They almost had more shorthanded goals than they had power play goals at one point. So, the Powassan Voodoos come in with a 82.4% penalty kill rate. And within the division, that is 3rd overall. They're going up against the French River Rapids, 8.8% power play success rate. Just 7 power play goals for on 80 opportunities, so they're looking to right that ship as well. Dubuck comes in, plays it back to backs. It's knocked away from his stick, and out of the zone chasing it was Long. And as Ben said, the Powassan Voodoos with 4 shorthanded goals for, while they have 16 power play goals for. So that's a quarter of their special teams goals have come on the penalty kill. Now it's the Voodoos in control. Check that, sorry, it's the Rapids in control in the Voodoo zone. On the far side, that's Boucher. Plays it to the half boards. Now centering the pass, and the newcomer scores. Togolukov sends it in, and the Rapids lead quickly on the power play goal. It's 1-0 for Togolukov. That is his 2nd goal in a Rapids uniform.
Yeah, as a newcomer to the team, it never hurts to put in a quick goal early in a game on the power play, and that's exactly why the Powassan Voodoos have been having issues with their discipline. Is they just give up too many good chances, and he had a whole wide open net there off of a rebound.
Some good cycling of the puck in the zone. A lot of it coming on that far side, and then when they finally move it over to the middle, there's just no green jerseys in the area for the Rapids to have to deal with. And so now the Powassan Voodoos facing a deficit right off the gate here. Smetham coming in, takes a shot, and the save is made by the goaltender Gustafson. The Voodoos come in 16-6-0-0 on the season, 32 points, just 2 back of the Hearst Lumberjacks for the lead in the East Division, and man, have they ever closed the gap over the last couple of weeks. Hearst came out of the gate this season and just was on a roll. But now they're 16-6-2 and 0. So not really in a bit of a rut, but they certainly slowed down after a tremendous start to the year. And again, that gap is closing with the Voodoos. A win tonight would tie them with Hearst for first in the East Division, while the French River Rapids come into the game 4-17-0-0 with 8 points on the year. They've already got a point tonight on the board and looking for another one. Dubik's shot goes right into the glove of the goaltender Dirocolo, and he holds on to it for the stoppage in play. It's a third shot that's come his way already in tonight's game. French River, that is a big goal for them, as they have been at the bottom end of the entire league in goals scored. Just 42 for the French River Rapids coming into tonight's game. A goal differential of minus 60. And as the play is stopped here, that shows you how important it is for French River to get on the board quickly here.
That goal differential is a huge number. Especially for this earlier in the season. Now, bringing in some new talent, maybe they're hoping to change their record around a little bit and build more towards, I don't think at this point you can be looking for top of the league, but if you get yourself into a playoff spot, anything can happen once you hit the playoffs.
That's it. And again, it's just righting the ship on some of those numbers. Like I said, that's the second worst mark in the league, only behind Kirkland Lake, who is at a minus 84 goal differential. And Kirkland Lake just 2-21 on the season. And one of the players on the French River Rapids must be maybe happy to get out of Kirkland Lake. Matthew Hill is one of the newcomers for the French River Rapids, and he had the puck right there. He came over in a trade just a couple of weeks ago. Still looking for his first point in a Rapids uniform. He had 7 in 17 games with the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners. Here's the Rapids trying to move the puck out of the zone. The Voodoos doing a great job on the forecheck, not really giving them a lot of room. Now racing down the ice on the left wing side. Putting it into the middle. There it's to the right side. And sent back around to the far side boards. In along the end boards. Togolukov lost it back there. Picked up by Liatino. And they tried the stretch pass down the ice. It's past the stick of Ryan Patrick. And that will allow the Rapids to bring the puck forward again. Racing through is Pelegi. Picked up in the neutral zone. Will Burry, former Powassan Voodoo, put it on net there. That went wide, and it's now the Voodoos going on the counterattack. The initial shot is blocked, picked up at the blue line. Shot from a sharp angle goes way up and out of play. And we'll have a stoppage of play. 15 remaining in the first period. It's 1-0 for the Rapids.
Yeah, I think we're going to see, in the game, we're going to start to see it open up a little bit here. The Voodoos tend to play a little bit of trap style, but once they open up their offense, it really becomes a lot more streamlined is what I've seen throughout the year. So I think we're going to start to get to that point now.
There's a shot on net that deflects off the goaltender Gustafson and it comes out to the neutral zone as Sir is able to send it into the Voodoos end. Picked up on the far side by the Voodoos and cleared out quickly. Back in the neutral zone, Boucher finds a loose puck. He dumps it in. It's sent around behind the behind the net towards the end boards by Doyle, and Doyle's trying to hold it over there. And it's picked up by the Voodoos and cleared out. Chasing it down the ice is Racine. Racine turns around, turns on the Jets, and he's going down the right wing side. Gets stopped at the blue line. The puck comes over the line. Service was not able to go forward with it. It's dropped back in along the end boards and picked up quickly by the Voodoos. That's Mitch Wilkie sending it up down the right wing side. Now it's in front ahead to Macmillan. Matthew Macmillan back in the lineup after a couple of weeks off due to an injury. He tried to set up that pass, but it's sent down the ice, and icing will be called against the Rapids. Macmillan hasn't been in a game since October 29th. The Voodoos won that game 2-1 over the Hearst Lumberjacks on that northern road trip, but Macmillan got hurt in that game, so Nice to see him back in the lineup after missing some time. Face off inside the Rapid zone. Macmillan just trying to muscle his way to that puck, but then it slides over to the goaltender Gustafson, and now some pushing and shoving going on. Ricci is involved down there with the Voodoos, and a couple of guys really going at it there, but the officials get in the way to break that up. And now Ricci, check that, Gazic, one of the newcomers for the Voodoos, is being sent to the box. He is our player to watch, and we're going to watch him sit now for 2 minutes.
It's not hard to miss him when he's in the same spot for 2 minutes at a time.
That's it. So actually, it looks like both guys are getting called for roughing, so it's off-sitting.
Backs got penalties for...
Yeah, so they offset.
Oh, looks like Gazic is not getting a penalty.
Well, the guys down in the scorekeeper's box working overtime already through the first almost 6 minutes of this contest.
Yeah, it looks like Gazic is out on the power play instead of being in the box.
So it is going to be a Voodoos power play, so we'll get you those numbers now. The Powassan Voodoos, 16 for 90 on their power play opportunities. And remember, they had a ton of power play opportunities for the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. They are no longer leading in that category anymore. In fact, they have the, they're fourth in their own division in power play opportunities now. But it's a big one here to start early on in the game. There's a couple of chances right down low, and Gustafson stays down low to make a couple of good saves.
So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that whole thing broke down with who got penalties there and whatnot.
I don't get that either.
Now, the other guy did jump on Gazic real quick, and Gazic didn't seem to do too much, but he was willingly in the scrum, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Here's Little. Centers it. There's a chance, and Patrick, check that, Smetham, just whiffing on that one. Picked up on the half boards, coming in. There's a shot that gets blocked as the defense collapses around the net, and it's sent down the ice. Duracolo with the puck behind the net, sends it to the right side, racing down the right wing. Into the zone, they look to center it. It's off the goaltender and then redirected towards the goaltender and hold on to it for another stoppage in play. 13:18 to go in the first period. Rapids ahead, 1-0. And the Rapids with a 79.4% kill rate on their shorthanded opportunities. They have 5 shorthanded goals. They've been shorthanded 102 times. That's the third most in the division. And they've allowed 21 power play goals against. But for a team that has struggled to score, 5 goals when you're shorthanded isn't too bad of a number right there. The Powassan Voodoos are hoping that that number stays there, at least on this opportunity. Thompson with a shot. That goes wide off the end boards. Picked up on the far side. Voodoos controlling it at the line. Latino's there. Sends it in. And it's wide into the corner. Back to Liatino at the line. Flips it in towards the net. Comes back out in front. Thompson shot. That got stopped. Rebound chance, and they can't get it forward. It was Jack Kelly right there. Now it's sent up to the line, and that one's shot wide. Liatino again to the half boards. That is Kelly. Check that long. Lays it to the far side. Now back to Liatino at the blue line. To Thompson. The shot gets stopped. Ricocheted off the skate out to the blue line. And we've got less than a minute remaining on the power play clock here. 12:10 to go in the period, and the puck is stolen by the Rapids. Picard bringing it down the ice, colliding with Patrick going into the zone, and that should allow Service to pick up the loose puck on the near side. Service racing through the neutral zone, lost control of it, and the Rapids trying to go back in as we're back to 5-on-5 play. Boucher on the far side sends it in. Picked up behind the net by Ricci. Ricci can't backhand it into the corner and almost got stuck behind the net. Bax is involved, trying to get it free. Ricci gets it away from that area. And then as they get out of the zone, the Voodoos with a little miscommunication on who was taking the puck. And so the Rapids will gladly take it in their own zone. Sent down in the left side. It's off the stick of, I believe that was Tugalukov over there. Check that, Dubuk. And so the stoppage will come with 11:28 to go.
Yeah, and he's keeping the coaches on their toes of the Powassan bench there. Tip up there and just missed a couple of them by a foot or two and hit the wall right behind him.
Yeah, there is not a lot of space between where the coaches stand and where the action is there? That one touches someone on the Rapids bench, and so we'll have a stoppage in play. Busy weekend here for the Frontline broadcast. We've got another Powassan Voodoos game coming up for you tomorrow night. Same time, same channel. Playback underway. Sent in to the Rapid zone by O'Brien. And the goaltender Gustafson will leave that in the middle of his end for the defense to pick it up. Now it's Tugalukov coming out over to Russell. He sends it in. Send into the near side corner. And that's picked up by Shields. Played to the far side. Coming in. Centering pass off the backhand. Just goes wide. Tucker Shields almost evening up the score on that play. And now a Voodoos player is down behind the play. He got sent to the ice and he has not moved. And as the Voodoos touch the puck, the officials will blow the whistle.
So that's Tyson Risman that's down on the ice right now, and the trainer's quickly running out to get to him. I didn't see what happened there. I don't know if there's even necessarily was another guy around. But he went down, and it looked, I sort of caught him going down out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, me
and
too.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain right now.
And Risman dealt with an injury earlier this season, didn't he?
Yes. I don't remember what the details of that were off the top of my head, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a shoulder injury that he was dealing with, and then he also had a suspension earlier on in the season as well. So
and it looks like it's a shoulder thing there, the way he's just clutching his shoulder or collarbone, something like that. And
yeah. So Ty Risman slow to get up, and he will be leaving the ice. And that's too bad. I mean, he's a big part of that defense back there. 4 points in 19 games for Ty Risman.
Yeah, and he's a battalion prospect, and he's played a couple games with them so far this year too. So if he's out long term, that's going to be felt through both organizations.
Risman, a fourth-round draft pick just this past April by the North Bay Battalion. He actually even played a couple of games with the Sudbury Cubs as the Voodoos go offside here last year, going into his OHL draft year. So 6'1", 183-pound defenseman, taken from the Sudbury Nickel Capitals U16 team by the North Bay Battalion, as we said last April. So the Powassan Voodoos will now be shorthanded, barring a return to the ice by Risman. However, they were already playing with 7D tonight. There's a pass to the right side, shot coming in, and that one's wide of the net. Caden Long looking for that one. Halfway through the first period, 1-0 for the French River Rapids. Their goaltender looking for his first win of the season, while the Powassan Voodoos come in on an 8-game winning streak. Puck frozen on the end boards here. How many guys are going to get involved before it finally comes free? Well, it's dug out and carried out. Snyder can't get anything going as he enters the zone. Etche carries it behind his net. Yeah, the Voodoos, like I said, we're playing dressed with 7D and 11 forwards coming into this game. Sir with the shot, and it's gloved by DeRoccolo, and we've reached the mid-period break, so we'll take a quick break. It's 1-0 for the Rapids right here from Powassan.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Matthew Sucrum with you here alongside Ben Long. It's 1-0 for the French River Rapids halfway through the first period here. The game got started so quickly we omitted the scratches for tonight. So Owen Ferguson, Jaden Sturge, Cameron Lemke still dealing with an injury is out tonight, as well as Austin Vassos. And the Voodoos shorthanded to start tonight, 7D, 11 forwards, but now with Ty Rismond out and presumably for quite some time, they'll be down to 6D and 11 forwards.
Yeah, it's never a good sign with a team that's already injury prone, or at least dealing with a lot of injuries at the time, to have someone else go down, especially when he's dealing with injury that was in that same region of his body earlier. We don't know all the details yet, but as we find out more, we'll keep you posted.
Play back underway, chance in front of the net, they score! What a move! Barreling in by Reese Smetham to tie this game. Voodoos 1, Rapids 1.
And Smetham's been one of those players where every once in a while you see little flashes of brilliance out of him and then we go quiet for a while. So if he can keep this kind of action up, the last time we saw him, the last few games actually, he's been really sharp. So if he can keep that up, I'm sure we'll start to see more numbers out of him as well.
His 11th goal of the season, he brings him to 14 points on the year for the left shot forward out of Ashton, Ontario. And you're right, he has been hot going back at least the last couple of weeks. That's going to be a shot and another goal for the Voodoos. Look out, here they come. It's 2-1.
And that was Brian Little, the captain, and the team's lead. Is he still the team's leading scorer? What's our record here? Yep.
Alex Little, yeah, that's his 21st point of the season and his 6th goal of the year.
Yeah, so he's having a great season considering he's a defenseman. He's getting a lot of big offense driven out there for him, but he gets it taken care of his own end as well.
So Alex Little, I will have a feature on him coming out in Beta Day, I believe early next week. And he will also be a guest on the Frontline podcast. Here comes Kelly, shot, kicked out by Gustafson. Sent the other way, into the zone. There's a shot on DeRoccolo. And it is up high and corralled by Long. It comes out to the neutral zone. Ricci over the blue line, sends it in, glove down by Gustafson.
And as you mentioned, there's an article coming out on Bay today that you've written for him. We have a lot of great synergy between us and Bay today, with Chris Dawson being the sports editor over there, and then Courtney as well, who is not on the broadcast tonight, but you'll hear him in the background there doing the announcing in the building, also does some writing for them as well.
That's it, yeah. So whether you want your Voodoos news, you can tune in to check out Bay today or tune into the front line, and we should have you covered. I just want to go back to the Reese Smetham goal. That is his 5th goal and 7th point in his last 6 games, including tonight, going back to the 2-1 overtime win over Hearst back on October 29th. 7 points in 6 games for Smetham, and like you said, when he gets hot, he really gets hot, and he is on now he's got points now in back-to-back games after tonight's goal. 7:30 to go, 2-1 Powassan. After Smetham and Little have scored for the Powassan Voodoos. There's a shot, and they score again. Tucker Shields this time. It's 3-1 Powassan, and what a turn of events. It's the halfway mark of the first period.
And it's nice to see them scoring on the power play because they, as mentioned earlier, they don't always seem to get the trigger pulled there and get the job done. So now that they've got a couple of, we're starting to see that power play click and gel a little bit better, and I think we're going to start to see a lot better results on that. But a lot of that also has to do with new guys coming in like Gazic, who has been, a firecracker for them out there.
That's Tucker Shields' 11th goal of the season. So once again, Shields and Smetham tied for the team lead in goals scored. This will be icing called against the Voodoos. But that's also his 20th point of the year. So Shields now just 1 point back of Alex Little, whose goal just a couple of minutes ago brings him to 21 points on the season. So that's not a bad top three between Little, Shields, and Smetham. But as we've noted all season long, this team spreads out the point production. You've got 11 guys on the team in the lineup tonight that have that are in double digits in points, and we're not even at the end of November. Play back underway, right in front of the net. Gustafson gets down to stop that one and make the save.
Yeah, and as you're saying, they have the numbers spread out quite a bit. And some of that's even further extended where Gazic, for example, may not have the numbers up near the top, but he's a later addition to the team and hadn't played in the league. So his point production is going to look a lot lower, but when you're looking points per game.
That's right. Yeah, 4 points through 3 games for Gazic.
I tell you this, though, I bet you Chase Thompson's happy to be on the team he's on now.
Yeah, that's right. And so Ty Risman is back on the ice on that face-off draw and trying to make something happen there, so good to see him back out. Centering pass, it's past the stick of Bax, and it'll go the length of the ice. Picked up quickly by the Rapids. They get it up ahead to Picard. He deflects it into the zone, and the Voodoos will clear. Chasing it on the far side is Kelly, coming down the right wing. Over the middle, takes a shot. Blocker save made by the goaltender Gustafson. Going into the corner and now along the end boards. Picked up back there by Etche. He's trying to clear the zone, and he will. Voodoos trying to now move it out of their zone. Picard steals it behind the net. Centers right in front, and Duracolo is able to shut the door there. Now Dubuk involved in some pushing and shoving in front of the net. The official is getting in the way pretty quickly there to break that up. 5:36 to go in the first period. 3-1 Voodoos lead.
Yeah, and that's nothing new. We see Dubuk in the middle of the fray of a lot of that chaos in front of the net regularly. It's something he does really well. And come trade deadline time, I think we might see a team that has in the running make a move for him.
Wouldn't be a bad addition. That's for sure. Macmillan brought it in over the blue line, then came back as he was trying to stick handle around a couple defenders and then almost caught himself offside. Yeah, you mentioned Chase Thompson, though. Former member of the French River Rapids. He's got 10 points on the season, but 7 of those have come in the 9 games he has played as a member of the Powassan Voodoos. Puck cleared out of the Rapid zone. Boucher along the end boards. Picks it up in the corner and looks to move it down the ice. Smacked back into the zone by Smetham. Back to the neutral zone. It's dumped in by Ricci. Chipped along the boards on the far side, and corralling that puck is Leotino. Plays it over to Ricci, who deflects it in the zone. O'Brien chases. Tried to leave it in the corner, but the Rapids get there first. although they don't clear on this attempt. Now they'll try again, and it's sent out by the captain, Noki. Smetham sends it back in. In behind the net. Sent around to the far side, picked up over there by Tugalukov. Sent around on the near side for Noki. And down the ice looking for Bure. Bure in behind the net. Tries back to his right side, now looks to his far side, and it's not connected to any of the sticks of the Rapids players, but trying to get it, control that puck is Tugalukov, and he can't hold it there. And now Fullerton breaks out of the zone. Down the left wing side, centering pass. It's wide of everybody's stick and then into the corner. Played in behind the net, looking to set up for Nathan McDonald. He's got it in the corner. Couple of guys digging away at it. Patrick involved as well. Trying to move it to the point. Service is there. Plays it to the half boards. Now gets it in the corner. Now in behind the net. To the far side, picked up by the Rapids, and they do clear, but very quickly the Voodoos get it back. Sent in towards the Rapids net and picked up by Noki. Noki around a couple of guys, brings it into the zone. Into the corner, to the far side. 2:40 to play in the period. Couple players collide. Shot coming in from Sir, and that's high over the crossbar and redirected out of the zone. Picked up by Doyle behind the net, sends it to the far side. Noki clears it again. Very quickly off the skates, and it's Little who picks it up. Send up ahead to Thompson, trying to cut to the middle. Push back into the board, so he plays it to the line to Kelly. Back into the corner for Thompson. Down to the point to Little. Little shot, and it's deflected in front of the net, and then just turned wide. I mean, he didn't get all that shot, but it still got through. It's like watching it in slow motion. That was not a slow motion. It's a powerful shot from Little. His second of the game makes it 4-1 Powassan.
Like I said earlier, once the game opens up, it's going to be opening up wide. And the Powassan Voodoos have decided, all right, let's get some offense going, with their captain leading with 2 of the 4 goals that they've gotten in this period so far.
7th of the season for Little. And he's now at 50 career points in his NOJHL career. A 28-point season last year in 46 games. Now up to 22 tonight. And the Voodoos keep the pressure on. Liatino with the shot in, stopped and shot away into the corner. And after the first half of this period was back and forth, the Powassan Voodoos have really taken over and have controlled the majority of the play inside the Rapid zone. Down the ice, Liatino coming in, trying to go top corner as well. And that one is a big glove save made by Gustafson.
And that was a beautiful glove save that we just saw there. Gustafson's had quite the workload put on him this period. 16 shots so far with a minute left still to go. 4 goals is a lot for 16 shots, but when the quality chances that you're getting regularly, there's not a whole lot you can do.
I think those shots also show you just how tilted the ice has been over the last little while. The shots were 3-1 at one point for the Rapids, and now the Voodoos have gone on to outshoot them 15-4 over the last 10 minutes or so. There's a shot coming in, and they score again. Make it 5-1 for the Voodoos. And this game, scoreboard-wise, could really start to get ugly now for the French River Rapids. Leading the parade
Is
to the
Ricci.
bench is Ricci. Carson Ricci joins the scoring. He's up to 10 points on the season now with his 3rd goal of the season.
Yeah, when you have games like this, it really helps your score totals if you can, put a few numbers up on the single night. And I did see Jure, the goalie, the backup goalie for French River, put on his stuff, so he might be getting in there shortly.
Yeah. As we said, Ben Gustafson came in. This is his 11th game this season. He is 0-8, 3.91 goals against average, and a .909 save percentage. So those numbers are not going to go in his favor following this period.
Oh, and we're on the power play again.
Into the box is Naki. So 49.9 seconds remaining in the first period. 5-1 Voodoos lead. And right off the draw, it's directed towards the goaltender Gustafson, and he just freezes the puck there.
I think this game might turn into an ugly one if the numbers keep going up on the one side.
Absolutely. The Rapids win the draw, and they send it down the ice to clear the zone. Duracolo leaves it for Lemke. Check that, Wilkie. Wilkie over to the near side to Little, walking in, trying to pick the top spot again, and it's just high. Little, cross to the right side, shot and scores! Thomas Gazic with the goal. 6-1, Powassan.
You know, Matt, you made some good calls with your players to watch today, I think.
Both of them have already scored, and we're
One
not
of
even
them
through
twice.
we're not even
has an
through
assist
the
on that too.
we're not even through the first period. You're right. Actually, Gazic has 2 assists. I think they took away the second goal from him. They must have gotten deflected. Yeah. Smetham, Little, Shields. Little again, Ricci, and now Gazic with his second. And that will end the first period almost mercifully for the French River Rapids, who will have a lot of game planning to redo here after the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of jarring happening down the corner there over between one player on each side. Yeah, I think we're about to see some more of that this game.
Probably. So, for Ben Long, I'm Matthew Sugram. Thank you for joining us tonight. First period in the books. It's 6-1 Powassan. We'll have the second period in just a few minutes right here on the Average Joe's Game Day broadcast.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Welcome back. I'm Matthew Sucrum alongside Ben Long. Period number 2 just about to get underway. The Voodoos have a 6-1 lead over the French River Rapids. And Dyer is now in net for the Rapids. Gustafson giving up those 6 goals. And so his night, for the moment anyway, is done. And there's a penalty coming up here against French River. Charging is the call. And the Voodoos power play will get to work. They scored on one of their power play opportunities in the first period. I checked that on 2 of their power play opportunities in the first period.
Yeah, we're starting to see good movement from them. We're also starting to see them get in front of the net and get in the goalie's eyes a little bit, which is what you got to be doing on any sort of power play that you get any advantage. You got to make sure you're in front of the goalie because you're not going to be scoring on shots from far out, which they were doing a lot of earlier in the season, just shots from far out where the goalie had clear view.
Centering pass, that goes off the goaltender, Dyer. Cleared into the corner and cleared out of the zone by the Rapids. The points have already been climbing for the Voodoos tonight. Alex Little with 2 goals on the evening. Thomas Gazic with a goal and 2 assists. Actually, Little has 3 points as well. He's got an assist on the night as well. That shot comes in, gloved by Dyer, and he'll hold on to it for a stoppage and play. Just a minute foregone after that shot from Chase Thompson. And as we talked about Thompson in the first period, I mean, you said it, probably happy to be in his new digs as the points have shown. 7 points through his 9 games in a Voodoos uniform after scoring 3 points through 14 games in a French River Rapids uniform to start the season. There's a play in front of the net, and it's underneath DeRoccolo, and it's a shorthanded goal for the French River Rapids. As we mentioned the first period, they score a lot of goals shorthanded. That's their 6th of the season in such fashion.
Yeah, and I didn't quite see what happened there. There was a bit of a weird bounce out to in front of the net that kind of went reversed through Gazic's legs, and he tried to cover it up, and he might have even pushed into his own net there by accident.
Strange play in front of the net, especially on the Voodoos power play. And maybe that gives the Rapids some life here to begin the second period, although they did open the scoring, as that one is gloved down. They opened the scoring on the goal from Tugolokov just a couple of minutes into this game. Back in the first period is a power play goal, 1:43 into the game. So already 8 goals combined now between these two clubs. There's a shot by Wilkie. It's off his skate and directed in the far side corner. Picked up behind the net by Shields. Moved to the half boards. Leaves it there. And then the shot is directed behind the net. The Rapids trying to clear. It comes to the near boards. Wilkie has it. Wilkie across the left side. Back to Wilkie. Now to Gazic. Walking in. Shot save made. Big rebound to the far side boards for Little. Little, the captain, plays it in behind the net. Picked up back there by Gazic. Gazic looks to center it. Shields is there. It's off his stick. And right into the goaltender, Dyer.
Yeah, so that was a good move on Dyer's part with the last ditch pass out in front as he was heading around the net behind the back. So those are tricky for a goalie to follow there. He was just held his ground, stayed there, but there was some really strong fighting from Smetham, and I didn't catch the number of the French River player in front of him.
And we wondered if that was going to be something that spilled over from the first period. Out of the corner. Shields. Now Gazic. Back down low to Shields. A shot deflected away. And the Rapids clear. And the penalty has expired, so we're back to 5-on-5 play. Picard with a hard shove into the corner, trying to find the puck. Naki's there at the line, plays it back into the corner. Cross zone pass, set up on the far side, directed into the far side corner. Little takes down his man in Boucher. And Little will take the puck out of the zone and sends it up ahead to Thompson. It's off the stick of Thompson, and he can't carry it into the zone, so Bax will take over for the Rapids. It's sent down the left wing side to Dubuck. And he's battling in the corner with Sean Thies. Switches spots, and it is Jordan Bax carrying it back down the half boards to Naki on the line. Whipped around to the far side boards. Boucher racing over there. Sent back into the corner and picked up there by Chase Thompson, the North Bay native. Around on the near side, back into the middle. Cleared out of the zone. Tugolokov in the neutral zone. Trying to make his move. Sends it down the right wing side. Picked up in the far side corner by Little. And he's held along the end boards by Naki. Naki gets it over to Tugolokov, who tried to send it to the line, but it's past everybody's stick. And that will go the length of the ice. About 4 minutes into this period. 6-2 lead for the Voodoos over the Rapids, as Boucher sends it back into the Voodoo zone. Picked up in the far side boards by Russell. Trying to play it to the line. Play broken up by the Voodoos. Boucher sends it forward again. And played into the Voodoo zone. Hard hit in the near side corner. Service, tried to hold it there. Sends it down the ice. Back into the Rapid zone. It's Patrick on the puck. Played to the end boards to Service. Off the half board, sent in. Gloved down by Dyer. And he holds on to it. Forced stoppage in play. 15:23 to go in the second period. 6-2 lead for the Voodoos. Here's, sometimes that goaltender change can really change your fortunes. Just look at the Voodoos' last game, right? Duracolo came in relief of Cannon Flagel and Flageau, sorry, and they were down 2-0 at that point, and they went on to win that game 4-2.
Yeah, a lot of times, you can be struggling and you have a lack of confidence going on with your goalie. Put in the other goalie, and it just it's the change that everyone needs to just kind of boost you a little bit.
He makes a couple of tough stops, and all of a sudden, like you said, that confidence starts to grow. Down by 4 goals. They'll need that confidence to really start growing here in the second period, though. But lots of time left if you're French River. And what a statement win it would be to knock off the Powassan Voodoos, who are currently on their 8-game winning streak. Puck picked up on the far side and chipped out of the zone. Shields tries to play it back to the blue line. It's sent in towards the goaltender Dyer. Glove down, and he'll play it out. Sent around on the far side boards. Into the corner. Battling for it over there is Gazic. Played down line. Shot comes in. Gloved by the goaltender Dyer again. And he holds on to it for stoppage and play. 14:31 to go in the second period. 6-2 lead for Powassan.
Yeah, and I see just the way after the whistles are going, we might start to see some more penalty trouble coming for French River there. As Gazic was just standing there, didn't do anything, and there's 2 guys pushing and grabbing his jersey after the whistle, trying to pull him out of there. And you just can't be doing that stuff. You're going to take too many penalties with that.
That's where you're trying to engage the other team to see if they will, get called for anything that's retaliatory or anything like that, right? But credit the Voodoos for staying even-keeled and disciplined right now. From the line, Fullerton flips it into the corner. Trying to move it along the boards. Picked up behind the net. McMillan being held there now by backs. Gazic trying to help him out. Flipped it in the far side corner. Picked up there by Doyle. Up ahead to Campanella. Knocked off his stick. Corralled quickly by Gazic. Back into the neutral zone. McMillan, it's off his stick. Way up. Hit the roof here at the Sportsplex and then came back down quickly. That is a spongy roof up there. I mean, that puck came right back down quickly.
Yeah, this is we'll call it a special rink.
Yeah.
It's a little bit smaller than regulation. The roof's a little bit lower than you would like it to be, but it's home, right?
That's it. And that's something actually that I talked about with Alex Little. Again, he'll be one of the guests on the Frontline podcast this week, as that one is dumped in towards the goaltender Girocolo. Alex Little talked about the fact that in the NOJHL, rinks are of varying sizes. Etche shot off the draw, goes in, comes back up to the line, but cleared away, and the Voodoos might have a 2-on-1. Caden Long coming down the right wing side. Long shot, it's through the pads, but then not into the back of the net. Sliding right through the blue paint. He's got another chance here. Trying to just hack at that one, but a good job by Owen Etche to block that chance by Long. And now it's in front of the net, another chance, and that one stopped as well. What a chance there for Caden Long. And the goaltender Dyer still hasn't given anything up. 30 shots already for the Powassan Voodoos in this contest. And we are just almost approaching the halfway point of the second period. Voodoos outshot the French River Rapids 20-7 in the first period. Outscored them 6-1. Play is blown down as the officials get in the way of 2 players down there.
Didn't quite see what happened there that caused the whistle to go. Maybe the puck was under them and they were calling it. Looking to see if there's any sort of sign from the referee here that something's going to be called, but he's signaling someone. Interesting.
All right. Well, 12:20 to play. The Rapids trying to get that puck moving. Bure coming in. Knocked away from his stick. Now to the middle. Deflected away, and Patrick has it for Powassan. Down the left wing side. He's got numbers going in. Takes a shot. Gloved down by Dyer, who holds on to it for a stoppage and play. This is Dyer's 15th game of the season. He's 3-6 for the French River Rapids with a 4.97 goals against average and an .893 save percentage.
Yeah, he's been solid this period so far. I mean, we've only seen 10 minutes of him so far tonight, but he's been in control of his rebounds, aside from that one shot by Long that got through his pads and out the other side of the net, but he's been solid.
There's a chance in front. Shields deflects it, and it's up in the air and comes back into the neutral zone. Rapids trying to take over there. Etche knocked down. Played back to the line. Racine gets the pass all the way to the blue line to back. Check that to Snyder and dumped in. Play in the corner. They try to bring it forward, and what a hit by Tyson Rismond as he just runs over Nolan Mason. And off that play, the Voodoos with a scoring chance, but the puck is shot over the glass and out of play. 11:18 to go in the second period. 6-2 Voodoos.
And we're going to see a power play for Powassan here again. Let's see what the call was there. I didn't see anything. Roughing? Okay, that makes sense for what we've seen in this game so far. I didn't catch the play.
Yeah,
the coaching staff
Voodoos
for
coaching
French
staff
River don't seem very happy.
No, well, they didn't like the hit from Rismond on the back end of that play.
Oh,
And they're saying that was way worse than what our guy did over here.
oh,
And now they're getting
for
it
the coach.
unsportsmanlike. So is that going to add 2 minutes on the clock there? For a bench penalty? It will.
Yeah.
So it'll be a 5-on-3 now. Yikes, that's...
Yeah, with the score, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is.
Now, as the coach, you can't be too mad at anyone else but yourself for that last 2 minutes on there at least.
Liatino to the left side. Shot, save made, and kicked into the corner. Long picks it up. Sets it up for O'Brien. Back to Long. Liatino to O'Brien. Back to Liatino. Shot, scores! Make it 7-2.
And Liatino
Voodoos.
came advertised as an offensive defenseman, and that shot shows why he came as that.
Yeah, that was a wicked shot from the point.
Yeah, that was just a beautifully placed wrist shot. Laser beam right to the back of the net.
His first goal as a member of the Powassan Voodoos. Nicholas Liatino makes it a 5-goal game. The left shot D out of Commerce Township, Michigan is now on a 3-game point streak. So the Voodoos maintain their power play as well here, as that goal came 5-on-3, so now it's a 5-on-4 for about another minute and a half or so. And that one came quickly on the 5-on-3. Gazic at the boards, he gets hit. Puck to the middle, the shot goes high. Wilkie lining that one up. It's Wilkie again at the line. To the left side, played down low. Back up high to Wilkie, he kicks it right to the stick of the Rapids player Bax, and Bax gets stopped at the line, and now they try to go the other way. Little overruns the puck, and Bax is going back into the zone. Little hits him on the boards, and he's trying to get the puck out of the area. And it is now sent down the ice. Picked up on the far side by Little. Brought in on the right wing side. There's a chance in front of the net, and Gazic wires it high. With that goal by Liatino, everybody but Jake Fullerton has scored a goal that is in the lineup tonight for the Powassan Voodoos. There's a chance on net, And Liam Service scores. It's Service with a smile to make it 8-2 Powassan.
Now, I saw the guy was getting ready to leave the box just prior to the puck going into the end. So I'm not sure that technically came in right before or right after the penalty ended. But the penalty's over now, and they're back to a 6-goal lead.
4th goal of the season for Service. 16 points on the year. And like I said, aside from Jake Fullerton, who has 5 assists, everybody else in the Powassan Voodoos lineup tonight has scored at least 1 goal this season. I mean, that is just a incredible job of whether it's drafting players, signing players, training for players by GM Chris Dawson, as well as putting together a cohesive lineup that works well together by head coach Peter Goulet. I mean, that's the kind of production that every coach dreams of having. Shots are 35-10 for the Voodoos, and the score is 8-2 now. And you got to feel for Dyer, who was having a really good period in net until those power plays. There's a shot coming in that goes wide of the net. And like you said, whether it's back-to-back power play goals or a 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-almost 5-on-4, and there's another chance in front of the net, and Dyer just slides the paddle under the skates to get that one clear. Wilkie sends it all the way down. Coming in is McDonald. McDonald shot off the right side pad and redirected away by the goaltender Dyer. Sent down the ice, goes the length of the ice. Duracolo has it, and he'll freeze it for a stoppage and play. We're halfway through the second period, and the Voodoos lead by 6. It's 8-2.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Matt Sukram back with you here alongside Ben Long. 8-2 Powassan over French River. That's a good way to start the weekend.
Yeah, can't be complaining if I'm Peter Goulet at all tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and again, it's just been a full team attack.
Yeah, and even one of the goals was such a weird, fluky play that, you know, a goalie letting 2 goals on 11 shots isn't great numbers, but one was such a weird one that you can't hold it against him as he made a mistake there even.
Absolutely. It's a busy week coming up for the Powassan Voodoos. They'll host the Blind River Beavers here tomorrow night at the Powassan Sportsplex, and then they're on the road on Wednesday for a game against Espanola. They'll be back here on Friday as they host the Hearst Lumberjacks, and then they also host Cochrane on Saturday. So over the next 8 days, they have 5 games.
Yeah. And it's even busier for us on the front line with Battalion, Lakers, and Trappers games as well.
That will be icing called against Powassan. Even though...
now, are you here with me tomorrow night, Matt? Or?
Yeah, I'm here tomorrow, yeah.
Okay. Because I know there's a few Lakers games going on this weekend.
So I am actually going to be at Memorial Gardens for the 2:30 Nipissing Lakers women's game, and then I'll be coming down to Powassan to do the Voodoos game while Derek does the men's game. So
yeah. It's a busy weekend for you out there too.
That's it, yeah. Etche sends it in behind the net. Shields trying to clear it. The Rapids trying to take over the puck. Up to the line. Racine can't keep it in. Delayed offside with the official's hand going up, but the Rapids retreat. And the Voodoos look to clear. Thies coming in. Tries to send it on net. Dyer has to be quick there. And a couple of big hacks at, I believe that was Smetham set up right in front of the net. He's not too pleased about what took place there, but everyone will skate off to their respective benches.
Yeah, and the puck was loose there the whole time and even bounced out still. But again, French River had 2 guys on him, and the 3rd guy came in after the rep was already in there.
There's a shot, deflected off his stick, went up high, but stayed in play off the end boards. Picked up on the far side by Service. Service to the half board, sent it down the line. Shot coming in, that goes wide. Again, a lot of traffic in front of that French River net. Back stumps it in. That takes a weird bounce that went right to the side of the Voodoos net. Hard collision on the far side. It is getting rough. And the official's arm is up. And there is going to be a penalty called here against Ty Rismond and the Voodoos.
And Dubuc was not happy about what happened in the corner there. I kind of thought he might have been going for a retaliation penalty there, but the call was the original call on Rismond's.
Cross-check is what they called it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
6:25 to go. And this will be just the second power play opportunity of the game for the French River Rapids, I believe. Yeah, they're 0 for 1 tonight. Let's check that they're 1 for 1 tonight. The Voodoos have 3 power play goals tonight.
And Service is fighting like hell over there, doing everything he can to just kill off as much time with the puck to get this penalty over with.
25 seconds into the power play. Sent into the zone. Picked up on the far side by Little, but he's caught up in some traffic there. It's sent to the line. Walking in, big shot by Bax, and it's ripped wide off the end boards and out to the neutral zone and all the way into the Rapid zone where Tugalukov picks it up. Played in the far side. Dubuc sent to the near side. Shot coming in from Nocky, and it's knocked away off the pads of the goaltender Dorocolo and cleared over the glass. So Nocky actually had a lot of time there with the puck. I don't know if he just didn't have it proper on his stick or what.
Yeah, it could have been he was waiting for the right moment to shoot or waiting for the puck to really settle down. Cause especially by the time you get to this point in a game, the ice isn't always perfect.
Yep.
And sometimes those passes get a little weird out there.
But Dorocolo didn't look like he was in position off the pass initially there, and it looked like Nocky had a big yawning cage to shoot at. French River power play continues now. In the far side corner, Bure walking to the half board, sends it to the line. Etche back up to Bure. The shot that's blocked and cleared. How about that job by Jake Fullerton to absorb that blast? You're up by 6, and you're still getting in the way of shots. That's a dedicated defenseman out there. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Russell coming in. He's hacked, and that'll be a penalty coming up against the Voodoos again. 5-on-3 for 19 seconds now with 4:44 to play in the period.
Yeah, that's one of those penalties where could you have done without it? Yeah, it might have been okay to go without that penalty, but, you know, you got to stop them on the power play when they're coming in. You kind of shrug and say, all right, next time actually put your body there instead of just your stick.
That's exactly it. It was a little bit of a lazy play as you're just kind of reaching for the puck. What you were looking to do is try to poke it because you want to go on the offensive, but yeah, at this point, yeah, maybe you do take the chance, but yeah, use your body, not just the stick.
I gotta say, if you're up by 6, almost through the second, you don't need to be going on the offense shorthanded.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. Etche off the draw, sends it to the right side to Bax. Now to Tugalukov. Back to Bax, sneaking in, Boucher's wide open, can't get the shot off, and the save is made by Dorocolo.
You gotta say, there's a big difference in how Powassan and French River handle the after the whistle plays there. The Voodoos guys will stand there, but they won't engage.
Yeah.
but they make sure it's known that they're right there. French River's been engaging, I think, a little too much, and it's hurt them considerably.
And while we just saw that there, Snyder running into Shields after the whistle, and Shields just walking away there, skating away, I guess.
And we're down to just 5-on-4 now.
And right off the draw, it's directed towards Duracolo, and he just holds on to it for a stoppage and play again. 4:23 to go in the second period. It is an 8-2 Voodoos lead. Just about everybody getting in on the action tonight for the Powassan Voodoos. Four guys in the lineup tonight have not recorded a point for the Voodoos in tonight's game. That is a well-balanced attack. And they still got lots of time to erase that little note. 1 minute to go on the power play for the Rapids. Puck stuck along the end boards. Really freezing that one there. Still along the end boards, and finally the officials will blow the play down, as it looked like one of the Rapids players was right on top of the puck, so more of a safety thing than anything, as they couldn't even see the puck.
Yeah, it looked like there was guys on top of guys on top of guys there.
Yeah. 53 seconds remaining on this power play for the Rapids. Remember, it was a 5-on-3 for just over 30 seconds, and the Rapids weren't able to score on that, so now they're trying to make good on this power play opportunity on the 5-on-4. Slid over to Boucher. Now down low. The chance coming in on the one-timer and stopped. Rebound chance off the side of the net. Picked up on the back end by Bure. Bure tried to center it off a skate, and it's out to the neutral zone. Chasing it down is Naki. And he plays it to the far side in the Rapids end to Boucher. Boucher dumps it in off the end boards. Can't clear. Bure to the line. Boucher shovels it along the boards, trying to get that puck back. There's a shot wide of the net. Naki sends it in the corner. Bure down low to the goal line to Hill. Hill back up to Naki. Now over to Hill. Walking in, shot, stop. And we're back to 5-on-5 play. Jumping into the play is Kelly out of the box. The shot comes in towards the net. That's stopped. And the Voodoos clear, but the Voodoos will dump the puck all the way down the ice, and it will be icing against the home side. 2:31 to go in the second period. 8-2, Voodoos lead.
And even though French River didn't capitalize on any chances on that power play there, or extended power play, I guess they really had, they really did control the puck. Solid play that they can advance off of.
Out of the zone come the Voodoos. Smetham gets thrown in the boards on the far side. Back up to the line. Now in right on Smetham, and he cannot get a piece of it. Turned aside on a really sharp poke check by the goaltender Dyer. Thies looks to bank that one out. Naki at the line, fires it back in. Now Thies again with it. Makes a move, gets out some open space, sends it down the ice. There's a hit thrown. And the whistle is blown. And a couple of guys with some shoves after the play. Looks like Chase Thompson against his former teammate in Naki.
Yeah, and that's kind of stuff that's going to get French River in trouble, though I'm sure that might have been more almost a playful jab at someone he used to be teammates with.
I think so. Shots are 37-14. Face-off won by the Voodoos. Shot comes in and turned aside by Dyer. And as the play moved along behind the net, Liam Service was held back there, and that will be the call coming up against the French River Rapids. So they're down by 6, and now it's a 5-on-4 for the Voodoos on the ice.
Yeah, and I mean, I probably would have called that interference more than holding, but 6 one, half dozen the other, right? It amounts to the same thing.
The Voodoos are out shooting the Rapids by 24 shots right now. Stolen at the line. There's a foot race to it. That's Matthew Hill in alone on the backhand. He's denied. Not sure if DeRoccolo got a piece of it or if he just sent it wide on the backhand. But either way, the score remains the same. And now Gazic to the line. Wilkie across to the left side. Walking in, shot save. Big rebound in front. And it's cleared to the line to Wilkie. Back to the left side. Walking in. Fullerton's shot is stopped. Check that Little on the far side. His shot is blocked. Gazic looks to bring it back in. Gazic comes in. What a shot. Glove down by Dyer. But man, Gazic unleashes one from the top of the circle.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't too great of a well-placed shot, but he's got a quick release.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen so far, he has not too much trouble putting it where he wants. But I think that might have been just put it on net, get a face-off so your team can slow things down and get your power play side again.
Face-off won by the Voodoos. On the far side, now into the corner, Long. Back up to the line. Now Long on the half boards, back again to the top of the zone. O'Brien with it now, walking in, scores! Connor O'Brien on the power play. His 7th of the season, and it is 9-2 Powassan.
And Dyer didn't have a chance on that. He
No.
couldn't see it, and that was a laser beam to the blocker side top shelf. That's that's a goal scorer's goal right there.
That certainly is. What a rip by O'Brien. And we are still only in the second period here. I'm just trying to see if this might be going towards their highest scoring game of the season, and it is.
I'm not sure what their record is this season, but if we're sitting at 9 goals, you got to be at least getting close.
The Voodoos had not scored more than 6 goals in a game this season. They beat the Cochrane Crunch 6-2 on October 28th at the Tim Horton Event Center in Cochrane. As time runs out here in the second period. So the Powassan Voodoos are on an 8-game winning streak, trying to make it 9 in a row, have gotten 9 goals in this contest, and they lead 9-2 after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, it's pointing it out there for the Voodoos, I think.
Absolutely. So he's Ben Long. I'm Matthew Seargrim. You might have heard us talking earlier about the busy schedule we have coming up for the Frontline Game Day broadcast, and we want to thank you for tuning in all weekend long with us. Ben Long and myself will be back for period number 3 on the Average Joe's Game Day broadcast.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Welcome back. Matt Zucker with you here alongside Ben Long. It's 9-2 for the Powassan Voodoos as we get set up for period number 3. Hope you're enjoying this one. And, as we talked about in the second period about, our schedules, if anybody out there is looking to get some broadcasting experience or learn how to do these games, we are openly looking to bring on members of onto the team, and after some training, it is a paid position. So, if you're out there and you either you have some broadcasting experience or you're that guy that sits around with the buddies and you're playing NHL and you're the guy, doing the commentary over top, we will gladly take you on and give you some training.
That or tech support. You don't even have to be a hockey guy. If you're interested in broadcasting and podcasting on the tech side, we could definitely use some extra bodies there as well.
Yeah, because as we said, we had to break up our original plans about 2 hours before broadcast time today to make sure we had enough bodies to cover the games today. So it's been an awesome adventure putting the frontline broadcast together, but now we are looking to expand and bring on team members. So feel free to give us a shout right there on the YouTube page or reach out to us on our social medias. We are a very friendly crew. We don't bite, and we'd love to, if you have an interest, we'd love to hear from you. With that being said, play is underway in the third period. 9-2 Powassan, their highest scoring game of the season thus far. Whereas the French River Rapids being held to 2 goals, although there have been periods that this is going to be icing called against French River, there have been spurts throughout the game where they've looked very strong. They've controlled the puck inside the offensive zone. They've cycled the puck well. It just hasn't been consistent enough.
Yeah, they'll look really strong for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden it's gone the other direction.
Face-off won by the Voodoos. Liatino sends it into the corner, picked up there by Macmillan. Now board play by Gazic. He lost it, and it comes out to the neutral zone. Gazic coming down the left wing. A late change by the Voodoos. Gazic in alone, and the shot goes high. Not a great change there by the Rapids, but it didn't cost them there. as Dyer stayed tall. Service. Flips it up to the line. Hill trying to go back in. That play got blocked, and it's Service now going the other way. Liam Service down the right wing side. Service being clutched at as he goes behind the net. He brings it back to the line and then flips it in the corner. It's where Gazic looks to take over. Gazic being held on to as he goes to the ice, and Gazic is now, he got up and he's thrown in the ice by Hill, and those two in a tussle in the circle. Hill throws a couple of punches, and Hill will be led to the box.
I don't know if Gazic even fought at all in that, like was engaged in that at all, or if he was just being attacked is what it looked like. But he's going to the box, so maybe the ref saw him take a swing or something too.
Yikes. Well.
But the refs are discussing over there, so I'm not sure what they're saying.
You might get, each one gets 5 and then maybe an extra 2 to Hill. A minute 59 into the third period. It's a 9-2 score, but with a 7-goal lead, if you're the Powassan Voodoos, yes, you want to keep your foot on the gas pedal, but you know, you've got that stretch again. 5 games over 8 days. You just want to get out of this healthy.
Yeah. So one thing I think that we'll probably start seeing is a little bit less on the forecheck. We'll see more of a trap type thing, trying to keep it the other end, trying to keep the puck out of those tough areas. Maybe not going on those fights in the corners as much if you don't have to. Just to make sure that you don't get, you know, collarbone or shoulder injuries to guys, or, you know, the type of stuff that you get from the battles in the corners.
Yeah, we know Cameron Lemke is dealing with an injury right now. Although you still have 7D in your lineup.
Yeah. So it looks like there is an extra 2. Didn't see what the call was for from the ref, but
that's got to be what it is. It's got to be offsetting 5 minutes for the fight, and then a 2-minute minor for roughing.
Roughing or instigating, or maybe the initial hold or something.
Well, Courtney Kenny, our buddy down there in the penalty box, or in the scorekeeper's box, having a conversation with Matthew Hill. At least Courtney knows the rules.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So the Voodoos on yet another power play. Little was walking in there. He's got 2 goals tonight. Both of those coming in the first period. Sets it up to Wilkie, plays it to the goal line. Carried there by Shields, set up top. Now back down low. Shields tried to get it across to Wilkie, but it's deflected off the stick and comes clear out of the zone. Now Smetham going back in. He takes a shot. That's stopped. Rebound chance coming in. Loose puck bouncing around in the slot area. Shields finally gets a clean shot off, but it goes high. In on the goal line. Shields battling Nocky there. Around to the far side. It comes clear. And getting the puck back quickly is O'Brien with 3 minutes gone in the period. Voodoos up to a 28-shot advantage over the Rapids. Long going in towards the end boards. A couple of guys digging away at it back there. Kelly gets it out clean, but they can't get a shot towards the net, and Burry carries it out. Burry to the far side, knocked down. Can't get the pass across. Picked up by Macmillan. Tried to get it to Kelly. It's knocked off his skates, though. And the Voodoos corral it. Leotino with it. Sends it down the right side boards to Patrick. Over the blue line. Patrick sends it off the end boards. Looking to get it over to Thompson, but he can't find him back there. And time is winding down on that penalty. And now we're back to 5-on-5 play. Puck still inside the Rapid zone, at least for the minute. Now it's knocked away and cleared. Leotino coming right back in. He fires it wide. Rebound to the right side. Patrick plays it back into the corner. Puck comes clear. Going around, the shot by Smetham is deflected off the side of the net. Picked up at the blue line by Risman. He fires it in. Loose puck on the doorstep. There's 3 Voodoos players in the area. Carried in behind the net. Now centered and right into the pads of Dyer for stoppage in play. 4:29 gone in the third period. 9-2 score for the Voodoos.
And the offsetting penalties are over as well. It was 2 minutes for roughing each, and then 2 minutes for cross-checking.
That is one way to call what we saw.
It was a thing that happened. They were both being rough, I guess.
Smetham into the corner. Switches spots with Shields. Now he plays it back in the corner and behind the nets, and there's going to be a penalty there. There's another thing that happened, and it's going to result in a penalty. Extra attacker out there for the Voodoos now. Risman at the line. Sends it in towards the net, gets through everybody's skates, but then wide of the net. And as it clears the zone, the officials just call the play down.
So I'm not sure why that play got called down there. The penalty that was coming.
Oh, Risman's being penalized now too.
I wonder what his penalty was for. Because it looked like it was going to be 2 minutes for holding. Because that was a substantial hold or interference behind the net there.
Yeah, no kidding. I think, I think it's going to be 4-on-4 now. Yep. 4:59 gone in the third period. And it's 4-on-4 play now. Gazic behind the net. Tries to send that back up to the blue line. That got blocked by Bax. Behind the net, the Rapids hold. Janocci in the box for the Rapids. And Risman for cross-checking. Ricci carries it behind the net. Long. Up ahead to Fullerton. Tried to get it back to Long on a give and go, but just did not get to the give. And now it's the Voodoos bringing it back in. Little shot goes off the glove of Dyer and in behind the net. Well, Dyer's had a strong game since coming in to start the second period. He's allowed the 3 goals, but 2 of them are power play goals against him. 1 was a 5-on-3. Play along the half boards in the Voodoos end. Trying to move the puck along here. Little gets it out. Up onto the stick of Thompson. Drops it back. Wilkie coming in, and he lifts it high. Chasing it down the ice. It's Little. It's number 9 for the Voodoos. Trying to captain his team to a 9th straight win, and they currently lead it 9-2. Offsetting penalties are over. We're back to 5-on-5. Just over 7 minutes gone in the third. Kelly sends it in. Down the right wing and now in behind the net. Still controlling it there is Thies. Plays it to Leotino. His shot is blocked. Coming out of the zone, the Rapids briefly. Smetham checks it off the boards. Comes back in on the left side. Gets around a defender. Sends it on net. And it's deflected wide. What a play by Smetham. I mean, those are some good hands to make that play happen. Now McDonald coming in. Nate McDonald with a shot. That's off the blocker. High over the glass and out of play.
All right, fans, it's now time to announce the winner.
Yeah, that was some good play in there. We saw some nice hands. There were several Powassan players in that little series of action there.
And what I like is that, you know, we talked about the big lead and how would the style differ. I mean, they're staying pretty high up on the forecheck and not giving them a lot of room to get out of their zone. 8 minutes gone in the third period, and now one player is down, and so the officials will blow that play down.
The Powassan Voodoos Junior A Hockey Club thanks you for your support.
And so the face-off will resume inside the Voodoo zone. Face-off is won by Powassan. It's sent all the way down the ice. The goaltender Dyer will play it, and doesn't play it too well as it's controlled by the Voodoos, but his defense helps him out to make sure they don't get a scoring opportunity. That's just one of those in-betweener plays where as the guys are racing down the ice, you're not really sure what you want to do with the puck there. Hard hit into the near side boards. Somebody's lost a glove. A shot comes in, save made by the goaltender DeRoccolo. Everybody clutching and grabbing at each other at this point in the contest. Long, Wilkie, now to Kelly. Up ahead, Thompson dumps it into the zone, into the far side corner. Pushing Wolf as he gets to the puck. And now along the end boards, Thompson gets it back. Thompson shoves hard in the boards. Now behind the net. Kelly, there's a shot coming in, save made. Bounced right back into the pads of Dyer. Had to be quick there. And again, some pushing and shoving going on after the whistle. Long went down to the ice. The officials getting in the way of a couple of players here.
Yeah, there's two guys really tied up there. One of them is Thompson.
Powassan will host the Blind River Beavers. Game time is
Just giving a little hello to some former teammates of his there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, there's some chattering going on as he skated by the bench there, and some guys on the bench look to take exception to whatever it was that he said.
Powassan Voodoos are 4-0 against French River in their head-to-head games this season. Haven't allowed French River to score more than twice in any of those games. And over the last 5 seasons, it has been a one-sided affair. The Voodoos hold the advantage 30-4. And they are right now outshooting the Rapids by 30 shots. Rapids were coming into this game looking to end a 5-game slide. And should the Voodoos score another one, it'll be their second game in giving up 10 goals within their last 5 games. They lost 10-0 to Sudbury back on October 29th. That stretch also includes a loss against these very Voodoos back on October 26th. They haven't won since October 23rd.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I've noticed, and I'm not a fan of it, you see it in junior hockey around this level, the OHL even too, is the GM coach model, where you have a guy that's both, and I think that hurts a team. I think having both separate guys, it keeps both of them in check a little bit. So is there really a problem with that guy, or just have a personal issue here?
And you do see that a lot in the NOJHL, right? But like you said, around Junior A and Junior B.
Famously,
You did see it at the major junior level for quite some time, but that is kind of phased out as well.
well, up until recently, North Bay was in that boat, right?
That's right.
And I think it hurts development of some of the players. I think
agree.
It you know.
The GM needs the freedom to be able to travel away from the team.
Yeah.
Or you travel with the team, but you don't necessarily go to that night's game. You maybe go check out a game that might be happening, you know, down the street or whatever, to see that next wave and you know, to actually get out there and see players that you might potentially be drafting.
Yeah, and on top of that, it gives you, you know, when you're a coach, you have to be watching certain things during a game. We're getting a tripping penalty there against French River. against Bure, the former Voodoo.
Yeah, completely stick-checked Gazic in the skates.
But yeah, so that reason I came up with that is that French River is one of those teams that has a coach GM.
That's right.
And I think it, if a guy has an idea in mind and he's both, he can just run with it. And if he's a brilliant guy, that might work. But in other times, it helps to have that second voice in there saying, oh, maybe we should consider this other option.
And I mean, that's where you have to rely on your scouts but you're right, when you have to put a game plan together every single night, how much time can you devote to bringing in new players to your team or just seeing what else is out there?
Yeah, it really. And I think you get some ego run on those positions as well. I know I never was involved in the battalion during their previous situation, but I've heard stories. As you were there, I'm sure you have some you could tell as well.
Maybe not on the air, but...
Yes, we'll keep any of those stories off air. As the Voodoos head in, Gazic with a beautiful play there.
The Powassan Voodoos are currently on their 7th power play. Their 6th power play of the game. With 7:43 left in this contest, and they lead 9-2. They have gone at least 20 shots in the first 2 periods. They've only had 4 in this period, but they haven't really needed them. So,
yeah, I think that's out of strategy more than out of lack of opportunity.
So. And they have scored on half their power play opportunities to this point.
Yeah, I think when you're Powassan, when you're on the power play, you got to really make those chances because early in the year they didn't. So you need those repetitions, even in a blowout game like this. But other than that, I don't think they're really pushing too hard.
Under a minute to play on this power play. Tried to center that one. It did not work. And it's cleared down the ice. Fullerton will pick it up. Now Risman just sidesteps a hit from Dubuck. And the Voodoos will dump that in. Thompson takes a hit. Dubuck and Picard colliding on the boards with Thompson. There might be some text messages exchanged on the bus ride home after that one. And the goaltender Dyer freezes the puck. And we have reached the halfway point of this period. It's 9-2, Powassan.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
And those players to watch tonight were Thomas Gazic of the Powassan Voodoos, and he's had a good night, 1 goal and 2 assists. While the French River Rapids player to watch, Maxim Tugalukov, has a goal on the night as well.
Yeah, I got to imagine, though, that Gazic is enjoying this night just a little bit more.
I would think so.
And as you heard, the other 3 stars of the game will be coming up after. We might be talking about Gazic some more there.
You've got quite a few guys to choose from. There's a number of players that have 3-point nights tonight. Connor O'Brien has a goal and 2 assists. Alex Little has 2 goals and an assist. You've got the goaltender, Duracolo, who hasn't been overtly busy, making 16 saves. But early on in the game, he made a couple of big ones to keep his team even keeled after they went down 1-0. You got Chase Thompson that has 3 assists on the evening. And as we said, Thomas Gazic with a goal and 2 assists, so quite a few players with multi-point nights.
Yeah, Powassan's no short of guys that could be considered for a star this game.
Donald has it, looking to center it past the stick of Leotino. And then shot right back in. 5:45 to play. And look at that, Connor O'Brien coming in and just smacking that puck back into the zone. And you're right, now you're seeing that trap play for the Powassan Voodoos. Connor O'Brien staying up high, and then you got 4 guys checked back behind the center ice line. O'Brien almost forces another turnover there.
Yeah, Powassan almost looks like they're penalty killing out there.
That's it. They might get up to 50 shots in this game, too. They've got 48 on the board right now. Cleared down the ice, but it'll go the length of, no, they're going to wave off icing there. Doyle gets to the puck. Racing down the left wing side over the blue line. Doyle now up to the center line and dumps it in. Snyder will chase for the Rapids. In behind the net. Service has it. Kicks it into the corner. Picked up there by Ricci. Ricci can't clear it, though. And now it's Risman with a chance at it. Dishes it off to the far side, and O'Brien is able to get it out of the zone with 4.5 to play. Snyder fires it back in. Service into the corner. Back behind the net, looking for Ricci. Ricci with a 2-point night. Moves it along the boards. Cleared past Boucher at the line, and it's chased down the ice by Racine. Drops it back to Boucher as they come over their own blue line. Now to Doyle. He gets it up to Sir. Shot off the mask of Duracolo. Back up to line. Boucher just chips it in off the glass to keep it alive in the zone. Sir there as well. He can't keep it there, and it's cleared out. Dumped right back in. Kelly with it. He takes a hit. And Hill tries to take over. Knocked off the puck. Risman finds it for the Voodoos. Just got caught up along the boards. Hill behind the net. Sets it up to the point. Shot comes in. Save made by Duracolo. The rebound into the slot. Cleared away by the Voodoos and sent down the ice. Chased by Wolf. He finds Sir on the near side. Fires it into the far side corner. 3:10 to play in the third period. Voodoos with a 7-goal lead, and they ice the puck with 3:05 to play.
Yeah, what we're seeing now is sort of the downside of that, a little bit backing off on your game, is that French River, while they're still pushing, is holding the puck down in Powassan's end.
And that's the kind of sustained pressure they're looking for to have more consistently. They've been held to 1 goal or less in 4 of their last 5 games. The only time they did better was in that 6-2 loss to Espanola, which came last Saturday. So scoring has certainly been an issue for French River over this stretch and really over the course of the season, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast.
And although they have some sustained pressure going now, it's because Powassan's not pushing him forward, checking, keeping the puck in the other end. They're letting them get out, letting them take the puck down. And yeah, so French River's kind of having their way with the puck.
There's a chance on net. The save is made, and then the rebound comes back up to the top of the zone, but it's carried out by Long. Big shot, rebound, and it's deflected away and in the near side corner. Now the Rapids have now given up 111 goals on the season and a goal differential of -67. like we said off the top of the broadcast, they are looking to right the ship on those numbers, but tonight's contest certainly won't help that. Pass across to the far side, that's deflected away. Backs behind the net, can't hold it there. That'll be cleared out of the zone and dumped down the ice. But what I'm loving about the league this year is that it's not just a 3 or 4 team race right now. When you put the East and the West together, you've got 9 teams with over 20 points. And the gap between those teams, the highest is at 38, the Sudbury Cubs, and the lowest on that end is the Elliott Lake Red Wings and the Espanola Paper Kings with 23 points apiece, but they are also into double digits in wins.
Yeah, and despite what we're seeing in this game, there's a lot more parity in the league. And the games that we're seeing, even with French River, though they might be losing most of them, they're in most of them. And they're just not in this one today. It looks like they're spending the next 15 seconds just kind of kill the time down.
All the Powassan Voodoos are going to get a rousing applause from the home faithful here. They didn't score anything in the third period, but they didn't need it. It's a 9-2 win for Powassan, and it's a 9-game win streak for the Voodoos.
Yeah, both these impressive showings with the 9 wins and with the 9 points tonight. That's they're going to leave feeling good when they head home tonight.
And the Voodoos set themselves up for what should be another good game tomorrow when they welcome in Blind River. But I mean, that's the way you want to start a weekend. And really, that's the way you want to start a tough schedule, a tough stretch of your schedule, where again, they're playing 5 games over the next 8 days.
That's a lot of hockey in a short period of time.
It really is, and you know, if they want to keep the win streak going, it's going to be tough just based on the schedule. But if you play like you did through the first 50 minutes of that game, I mean, there's really no reason why you shouldn't be able to extend that streak tomorrow against Blind River. But Blind River is second in the West Division with a 15-4-1-2 record for 33 points on the season, and that team can score. The Blind River Beavers have 93 goals and a plus 45 goal differential, so the Powassan Voodoos are going to have to be ready tomorrow night. Third star of the game goes to Connor O'Brien.
So the second star was Thomas Gazich, and Alex Little brings home the 3 stars.
And as I said, Connor O'Brien with a 3-point night. Thomas Gazich with a 3-point night. And then Alex Little with a 3-point night. 2 goals and an assist for the captain.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
And we're back in here. I think we're about to wrap up the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's not too much left to say after what we've experienced here tonight.
No, the Voodoos, almost outshot the Rapids by 30. It's a 29 shot differential on the score clock, a 7-goal differential on the scoreboard, and the Voodoos, I mean, they've been really impressive over the last little while, and that continues tonight.
Yeah. I know Courtney references the Voodoos of a few years ago when they had a really strong team, the year that was shut down for COVID, that he was expecting them to win that year, and they didn't get a chance. So it's nice to see them sort of pick up where they left off. They had a little bit of a slower start than that, but through a few moves by GM Chris Dawson and the team seeming to buy into strategies. The power plays really stepped up. We saw a few goals tonight on that. And yeah, all that's just great to see it moving in the right direction.
Absolutely. Well, it was great to have you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank Ben Long for doing double duty here tonight, producing the game and providing us with some color commentary. I thank Mike Brown for shooting the game on video tonight, and it was a pleasure to have you on Hockey TV as well as the Frontline Game Day broadcast. So for Ben Long, I'm Matthew Sukram. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night right here back at the Powassan Sportsplex as the Voodoos host the Blind River Beavers. Until then, this has been the Average Joe's Game Day broadcast.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.